plastic waste. Federal government commences crude oil sales in Naira. On the foreign scene, authorities declare state of emergency as new storm threatens U.S. state of Florida. And in sport, former Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa scores brace for Kano Pillars in Nigerian Premier Football League. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. Lagos State government has reaffirmed its commitment to managing plastic waste through the adoption of mandatory extended producer responsibility (EPR) for polyethylene terephthalate, PET, sachet, and carrier bags of not less than 40 microns. Commissioner Food Environment and Water Resources Tokunbo Wahab in a statement said the stakeholders workshop was designed to consolidate the agreement reached during previous stakeholder consultations and to launch a comprehensive advocacy and enlightenment campaign. Wahab noted that the initiative will raise awareness and ensure that producers, stakeholders, and the public are fully informed and aligned with the state's commitment to sustainable plastic waste management. He added that the full enforcement of styrofoam and other single-use plastics have been banned since January 2024, will commence in January 2025 after the one-year moratorium period. Lagos State government and dredgers under the aegis of the Dredgers Association of Nigeria have resolved their disagreement, with both parties agreeing to form a partnership to sanitize the dredging sector in the state. Commissioner for Waterfront Infrastructure Development, Ekundayo Alebioshu, made this known after a stakeholders meeting held to resolve all gray areas. According to Alebioshu, the state frowns at the uncontrolled activities of dredgers, particularly along the waterways, a situation that was escalated by the January 2024 ruling of the Supreme Court ceding the control of the waterways to the Nigerian Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA. He noted that there is need to bring everybody into the dragnet, including illegal practitioners who need to regularize the operations with the government. In his response, President, Dredgers Association of Nigeria, Bature Akpomejero, said his group is not adverse to the ministry's statutory functions, assuring Alebioshu of the association's willingness to work with the government. The Lagos State Education District 4 has celebrated its 20th Merit Award and Honors Day, recognizing exceptional teachers, staff, and students for their outstanding contributions to the district's growth. In his address, Senior Special Advisor to the Governor on Basic and Secondary Education, Eniola Okpeyebi, congratulated the awardees for being exceptional among their colleagues. Okpeyebi emphasized the significant role of teachers and education administration in shaping the state and Nigeria at large. He reiterated the commitment of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to education in the state, describing him as teacher-friendly. Also, the Tutor General and Permanent Secretary of Education District 4, Olusegun Oshinaike, who applauded the awardees, pledged that the district will continue to recognize their hard work and perseverance. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has announced that Nigeria has officially commenced the sales of crude oil and refined petroleum products in Naira. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, said in line with the Federal Executive Council FEC directive, the sale of the products in Naira commenced on October 1. Director of Information and Public Relations, Ministry of Finance, Muhammad Manga, in a statement noted that the strategic initiative and bold step taken by President Bola Tinubu-led administration is expected to have a lasting impact on Nigeria's economy, enhancing growth, stability, and self-sufficiency. The federal government has said the sale of crude oil to the Dangote refinery and other refineries in Naira would commence on October 1. The policy aims to stabilize pump prices, potentially resulting in lower and more predictable fuel costs for consumers. The government's move would also boost local refining capacity to strengthen Nigeria's energy security by ensuring a more reliable and self-sufficient fuel supply. The National Insurance Commission and some experts have advised youths and other Nigerians to imbibe the culture of subscribing to insurance policies to secure a brighter future. The Commissioner for Insurance, Olusegun Omosheyin, said that imbibing insurance culture would help expand opportunities in the sector. Omosheyin said the Commission had signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Youth Development to train 1 million youths in insurance. He said the Complaints Bureau Department of the Commission was also available to receive complaints from policyholders. The expert advised citizens to consult a trusted insurance provider to explore their insurance options. Now to foreign news. A state of emergency has been declared in parts of Florida after forecasters warned a tropical storm could intensify and hit the already ravaged Gulf Coast. The National Hurricane Center warned that Storm Milton, currently off the coast of Mexico, was expected to strengthen rapidly and could pose life-threatening hazards for parts of Florida's west coast. It comes just 10 days after Storm Helen, the deadliest mainland storm since Katrina in 2005, tore through the southeast, killing at least 225 people, with hundreds still missing. In Florida, where Helen left at least 14 dead, Governor Ron DeSantis issued the emergency warning for 35 counties and said preparations were underway to restore power and clear roads ahead of Milton's arrival. According to the U.S. government, the new storm comes as the cleanup efforts from Helen could take years. Now sports. Nigerian striker Ahmed Musa scored both goals as Kano Pillars defeated Sunshine Stars 2-0 at the Muhammadu Dikko Stadium. Musa gave Pillars the lead after 5 minutes and added a second 5 minutes after the break. It was Kano Pillars' second win in the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) this season. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dwell furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has reaffirmed its commitments to managing plastic waste through the adoption of mandatory extended producer responsibility (EPR) for polyethylene terephthalate, PET, sachet, and carrier bags of not less than 40 microns. The federal government has announced that Nigeria has officially commenced the sales of crude oil and refined petroleum products in Naira. We also told you that a state of emergency has been declared in parts of Florida after forecasters warned a tropical storm could intensify and hit the already ravaged Gulf Coast. And in sports, Nigerian striker Ahmed Musa scored both goals at Kano Pillars defeated Sunshine Stars 2-0 at the Muhammadu Dikko Stadium. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Bafolashere. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.